The biggest question I get is, well, what is the difference between being a 4 or a 5? I'm a 4-star, and some days I perform at the 5-star level, so why can I not just be a 5? It's consistency. And it's not just consistency within how you execute your standards and your service. It's consistency in your mindset as well, especially amongst the leadership team. So that filters down into the staff and back to the culture. And consistency fosters confidence. And when you're consistent and you build confidence, you're not only building it for your team to feel confident about executing. We talked about the tools in the toolbox, right? That they can execute with confidence, and that kind of shines through somehow magically. It's confidence for the guest, because once a guest sees that and feels that confidence in service execution, you build trust. And that trust you can't put a price on guest trust. And that trusted guest will continue to come back to you time and time again, or travel across your brand, and they make decisions emotionally.
If there's any one group of hospitality professionals that we can look to who represent the ideal consistency and confidence Forbes Travel Guide looks for, it's a Leclerc concierge. Upholding that very level of consistent service excellence is precisely why they meet every year at their international congresses. They know that an unwavering service mindset demands an equally unwavering level of development and education. So we asked these masters of hospitality 2 critical questions. First, what do your leaders do so differently from others to give you what you need to achieve consistent service delivery? And second, who should come first when investing in creating a more consistent brand experience? Your hotel guests or your hotel staff?
Look at what the basic necessities in the hotel are. So you come into the hotel, do you have a clean locker space? Do you have a good uniform to wear? Do you have a great canteen? Do you have the air conditioning working in that place? So you got to treat your employees and your associates as guests first. You look after your people, they will look after the guests. The guests are happy that's money coming in. It is such a simple example of how people, they don't focus on these things. Make sure your people are looked after well. If they're happy, everything starts working. And then, of course, you get your training and development in place. So they should know what is expected of them, how we go about meeting, talking to a guest, make sure you empathize with them, all the training is required. But the basic would be to look after the people. Everything goes all smooth.
First of all, respect. Respect your standards, respect your team. You need to know your goals and be focused on your goals at the beginning. You need to know your surroundings. You need to know which is important for the guest. Enjoy the experiences that the guests enjoy. Also use the technology. Understand our standards are the property, and it's a mix.
Well, at the end of the day, the guests will always come back to their staff, to ask questions. For example, if there's something in the room that they're not familiar with, they come back to the staff and ask. So if the staff doesn't experience it, they won't be able to help. So it's, so that point of view, the staff will have to experience everything first. They really have to go through, they have to understand. I always see the hotel, the concierge as the ambassador of the hotel, ambassador of your city, you know what I mean? So in that sense, I'm not saying that you should just put focus only on the staff first, but again, there should be a balance.
I think just being more attentive, just being more aware and observant to what's going on, which is why I love to have, someone in, a position above me, always in the lobby and just seeing what the action is on the floor. That's the most important thing.
The days of guest first versus staff first concept is no longer relevant in the post-pandemic world. It is not relevant because it is one and the same. Because the team, the staff, is a guest as well. It's an internal guest. If I don't have their buy-in, if I do not have their collaboration, commitment, and the joy they have while they're at work serving their guests, I already lost. It doesn't matter if I have spent thousands on a bed, X amount of pounds on a TV system or digital system or an app. It's irrelevant. When you don't have that sense of belonging when you go to a hotel, you're already lost. It doesn't matter if you spend billions in that building.
Yeah, you've brought up the thing that gets me. Yeah, the thing that gets me. And I was literally just talking about this last night with my team in the office, is that your set it and forget it phrase is complacency. And at the end of the day, when you're complacent and you're not investing into the overall strength of either an individual or your organization, that's fine if that's the way, you know, you want to operate. But the problem that we see with that, and we see it in our data, and literally we see it when hotels get on the phone to me and call and they're upset with something, and you know, usually their outcome or their rating, and how can you give me this, you know, outcome, this award, this score? And we're like, well, we don't give it, you earn it. Often hotels will sit there and want to focus on just one standard or just one section. And I'm thinking to myself, this is not your make or break. Your make or break is exactly that complacency. What is your effort consistently all the time? We talk about excellence a lot in this industry as well. And obviously, you know, when you want to be star rated, you want to excel and be defined as a property of excellence. But excellence lives within consistency. When we talk about being consistent, and not becoming overly complacent, because we all have our days. It's really talking about where that excellence lives and defining the difference between the great and the exceptional.